Hello, in my previous video I showed you how to reveal user identity in Insider Risk Management while maintaining user privacy through anonymization. If you haven't seen that yet, the link is in the description below. But today I'd like to talk about my discovery of a significant issue that could compromise anonymization in certain scenarios. I'm not going to repeat myself as everything you need to know about user anonymization is in the previous video. As a reminder, here's an example of how IRM hides the user identity. You could see that the usernames are anonymized, and if you go to the alerts, we see the same picture. In IRM, if you set a privacy setting, which is global, then nobody is supposed to see the username throughout the investigation until that name is explicitly revealed. Check my last video for more details. But here's the issue. IRM reveals user identity by exposing OneDrive URL. You can observe this anonymization issue when inspecting user activity through alerts or cases. The exposure of the user identity happens for some activities, such as when a file is shared externally. Here's what happens. When you browse user activity in Activity Explorer, you may encounter a file shared externally from SharePoint Online. Typically, all activities are anonymized to protect the user's identity. However, in this case, the activity details reveals the OneDrive URL where the file was stored before being shared externally. The issue? This URL contains user's first and last name. You can see that this URL includes the name Jane Jones, making it obvious who owns the OneDrive and therefore who is under investigation. So the IRM inadvertently revealed the user identity. This defeats the purpose of anonymization within IRM. Activities such as downloading files to OneDrive do not display the OneDrive URL in the activity logs. Therefore, only specific actions like sharing files are affected by this issue. This raises an important question. Is this behavior by design or is it a bug? To me, this is clearly a bug. At this point in investigation, there is no need to reveal the specific URL. It would be sufficient to indicate that the file was shared from the user's OneDrive without exposing the full URL that includes the user's name. This would maintain the integrity of the anonymization process while still providing the necessary context for the investigation. Revealing user's identity, as this bug does, could have significant repercussions, especially if your organization has strict HR policies in place that prohibit revealing usernames prematurely. This bug is more than just a technical glitch. It has real implications for your organization's ability to manage insider risk while maintaining trust and compliance with privacy policies. I'm submitting this issue to Microsoft and hopefully they will address it in timely fashion. Meanwhile, consider the following actions. If you are using IRM, be aware and cautious of this potential breach of anonymization when reviewing activities involving OneDrive. Strengthen your organization's governance policies to emphasize the importance of reporting such issues and ensure that all stakeholders are informed about potential risks related to anonymization. Also, keep an eye on this issue. If Microsoft addresses this soon enough, you may not need to implement a full mitigation plan. Regularly check for updates, and if you have an alert generated for the activity that exposes OneDrive URL, make sure to review the activity details to see if the username is still visible in the URL. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will continue to monitor this issue and I will provide updates as they become available.